gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, that's right, it is another Shop Talk Tonight with your host, of course, Charles, Chuck, Greg, BlasterPro.
Hello, everybody.
Yay!
And we also have Rodney in the house tonight.
We've got Rodney, and of course, at Master Control, Mr. Hayden Charles Gray.
I don't think we have any sound.
We do not have sound testing.
We'll do a check
Testing.
see if anybody's
Testing.
seeing no
Which one is
sound.
the function keys? It's the microphone. It's this one.
There you go.
Testing.
Yeah.
Hello. Like we did before to see if we get any audio.
There you go.
Like it was working. Is it
was
not
working.
now? We don't have anybody complaining, but I
Yeah.
don't see the green going up.
I
and
don't
down
either.
there.
Usually we do see the green.
I had nothing to do with that. Oh! Yeah, we're making noise.
Oh,
We
we're
are
making
making
noise.
noise.
Okay,
Good,
so
good.
nobody cares.
That's just being stupid.
So
New
you're saying it's your fault.
New microphone night.
New microphones.
These were the microphones I ordered for last week's show because there was going to be 3 of us, and we had to use one of the extra mics, the corded mic. What happened?
I accidentally switched to camera 4 while turning off the audio for it.
Oh. So anyway, how are you doing, sir?
I'm well. How are you today, sir?
I am excellent. I didn't work today. I
that is
got up.
becoming a common reoccurrence.
I got up. I made a cup of coffee. Was getting ready to go to work, and I got a text message saying no parts have showed up, so no reason to go into work. So
you
that
woke up
sucks.
quick at about noon?
it was 11. It was a quarter till
I
11
hate
when
you.
I got.
Mr. Steven Straka says, "Waza!"
Hey, Straka.
Oh.
So
Or is that, no, wait, I guess it would be Waza.
you have a terrible announcement. Are you going to want to go ahead and make that announcement now?
My terrible announcement is I will basically not be here for a month and a half.
Yay! Wow.
I feel so loved.
I love that.
So until you are back, Rodney's going to fill in until he gets sent away, and then I'm going to have somebody else fill in. I don't know who it'll be, Larry, but I'm going to go ahead and reach out to a few people to get them ready.
Larry, Curly, and Mo.
No, not
Larry
Larry.
might-
Hey, Mo.
Larry, maybe Larry. No, Larry.
I will be stuck in Indianapolis or Indianapolis. It's spelled the same way as Indiana. It doesn't make any sense to me that it's called Indianapolis when it's Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. Indianapolis.
Yeah, see that it just doesn't make sense to me. But I'll be stuck in Indianapolis basically for a month and a half. So
You can get back every night from Indianapolis.
it is a 3-hour drive.
It's like 90 minutes.
A 3-hour tour.
It is a 3-hour drive.
There's no state troopers between here and there.
I'm in a
Not like you're driving between Texas and
company vehicle.
Straka says he is painting in the middle
Middle
of
painting the helmet I picked up from you guys.
Ah, cool.
Hey.
Send us pics when
From
it's
him.
all.
From him, not me.
Send pics when it's all painted up so we can see.
Pixar didn't happen. That's what they say.
That's what you say.
Okay, but that's what
You
I
say that all the time.
I do say that all the time.
Um.
And it's mainly for sexual reasons.
So I hope everybody enjoyed last week's in-house quiz show. A little bit different game.
It was a little bit different. I had fun with it.
I had fun, and you know we were.
It
talking
was a little bit of a train wreck, but it wasn't as
bad as Jeopardy.
shit-tastic as I thought it was going to be.
No, it wasn't. We actually, Hayden and I planned and worked on it very hard. We actually had everything set up over the weekend.
Maybe you shouldn't have worked on it so hard, or that way it would have been a better train wreck.
Well, everything else we do almost completely cold.
Yeah, pretty much.
That I sat in your seat, I sat in Jeff's seat, and I sat in my seat, and we lined everything up. We did a few run-throughs. We had a full list. He had a list of stuff, and
speaking of lists, I want to point out that Chuck actually has this giant fucking thing. Like, look at all the stuff written on this paper. This is for tonight. I think that's the best way. Otherwise, I can't see it.
Camera 2.
Oh, camera 2. Here, show to camera 2. There's all kinds of stuff on there. That's great. Bill Kinney, I will be painting my helmet sometime in the next couple weeks.
cool.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks for being here.
Picks or it didn't happen.
Picks
right?
or it didn't happen.
Oh boy. Shoo-wee.
Still wearing my work attire. I just realized that.
So yeah, Rodney's not the most reliable
Marshall.
either. So I will probably possibly end up with solo nights and or
Solo?
calling in
Like Han?
emergency guests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, there was one night I had Echo sitting next to me.
Echo was sitting next to you at night. I thought that was wonderful, personally.
I should have brought you back a carrot.
Really, what you should have done is put a mic on Hayden with Echo sitting here.
Well, we were going to do
That
all
would've been
kinds. So
funny.
weren't we going to change his head around and do stuff?
I know where.
Yeah, we had
That was stupid.
every idea I have. So I could spend hours working an
Yeah.
idea out, and he will completely ignore it and refuse to implement it during the show.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, because I was going to have him like show some pics. I think we showed a lot of media stuff.
I don't want
little
to see his
pictures
pics,
and whatnot.
Jesus.
And then every time it would come, we would switch away. I would turn the head. But anyway, we didn't do that because somebody didn't want to. It looks like we might be glitching a little bit. You think?
It looks like it.
Fine.
Looks like it.
Okay.
Looks like
Well, we'll
it.
keep on going.
3
Also,
hours
congratulations
or-
to last week's winner,
Mike Miller, number 13.
lucky number 13. Isn't that cool?
Lucky number 13.
Yeah. So
Because I didn't lose to Jeff.
we are still waiting for him to reach out to us. I'm not sure if he watched the stream.
I don't know
think
where
he did.
he even like.
I
located
need to
that.
go back and look and see if he was a Facebook contact or if he
Facebook.
was he a Facebook one.
Did
All
we
right.
announce it on Facebook? Did you do anything on Facebook?
Okay. Here's the thing. I think you should watch the stream to win, and he is our winner. He just has eventually sit down and watch that.
I don't know what exactly you want me to do here.
Nothing. I'll announce it in a few days.
Because
on Facebook.
it sounds. I mean, I just want to make sure. It sounds like you didn't go on Facebook at all to make any type of announcements or any information.
I did not
at
announce the
all.
winner on Facebook. The winner was announced and it was mentioned on Facebook. The winner would be announced on the stream.
Okay.
So I'm sure everyone out there is watching right now knows who won. But anyway, I'm waiting for him to contact me. He should contact me on Messenger if he was a Facebook contact.
Jeez, oh Pete, I'm sorry.
That's all I got to say about that. But anyway, it was
That's all I got
fun.
to
I
say
loved it.
about that.
And Rodney, we have not been able. Matt was singing your praises like nobody's business.
I don't know if I go that far.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
He was totally impressed on how well the buzzers worked.
Oh yeah, I was on
Um,
that, but I wasn't singing his praises. That's a whole
Literally,
other
there
subject.
was wires and switches
like
and
all
relays
strewn, like
all
below.
underneath the table, all between all three of our legs, and no one caught fire, and we're all still able to procreate.
Nothing caught
Except-
fire. That was the most amazing part. of it.
Nothing caught fire, yes, and they worked great.
Yeah.
And thanks to Hayden, because Hayden,
Hey, can you add some more buttons onto that?
Oh, yeah.
See, he said he could.
he had the most annoying. I wish you could wire it up and just let everybody hear the most annoying buzzer you had lined up for that thing.
No, not a buzzer. I said buttons.
No, I know, but he had like
Buzzer
a.
that we vetoed, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's because there was so many different little sounds it can make, and they were all terrible.
Every one of them was terrible. It's like buying an Android phone today. None of the ringtones or anything works better or is any good.
Sounds about right.
You didn't like the European police car?
Yeah, I didn't like that either. I wanted it to sound like, you know what I wanted it to sound like? I wanted it to sound like the bars flipping on Family Feud. Ding. But anyway, we couldn't do that.
Wait, don't I have a big bell here?
That is a fire bell. And we're not wiring a fire bell up.
That sounds like a
Terrific idea.
You know what?
decent idea.
Yeah, to be
I
honest,
think we should test it out.
to be honest, the lights worked. To be honest, the lights worked good enough. We knew who tagged in first. That was perfect.
Only because it didn't let anybody else tag in after.
Yes.
Tested that.
The Hoth
Daryl Hargrove says,
DL44.
"What's up?"
the Hoth DL44 is going up on Etsy this week.
That's this guy right here in front of you, in case you're
Yep.
wondering. That's etsy.com/shop/BlasterPro for all your blaster needs. Or BlasterProShop.com if you actually want to see what the hell he has.
Yeah, go to BlasterProShop.com and you can see my full inventory.
Super glitchy.
And we're gonna be all right. It'll flatten out. It'll flatten out. Hayden says it all gets better halfway through the show. Yeah. So yeah, I got that. So this month's trivia night, you will not be here.
I will not be here,
but I believe Rodney will be here with me. And it's going to be on the 28th, the last Tuesday of the month, as always. Our prize this month, it's going to be another DL44. It's going to be
a DL44.
DL44. Is that what I sounded like?
No, I my brain is going sideways.
I should be here because the only other trip we have going on at work is Hawaii, and nobody wants me to go there.
No, they would all die in Hawaii. At least the people in Texas could run inland.
What?
I did embarrass myself in front of the Creole community.
Yes, he did. Would you like to tell that story? I have 4 microphones now on this one box, but we don't have enough batteries.
He replied to the French-speaking Creole in Spanish.
Good job.
For those who didn't hear that, Rodney replied to the French Creole.
Go ahead, Hayden. What did he say?
In Spanish.
He said, "Comment ça va?"
And
he said,
"Hey, let's reenact."
And I replied with, "Soy bueno."
Soy bueno.
Soy bueno. Which, of course, is I'm good in Spanish.
Yo, it's very funny because Hayden was tied down in forced French for 3 years. Force-fed French. We. He's still traumatized. So, we've already spoke about this before, but his senior trip, they all went to Europe, and Hayden opted out of the senior trip. He decided he'd like to stay here home and not go to Europe. I still don't understand know why, but his class was actually at Notre Dame when it burnt down. They were like on the island still. And we're pretty sure that they probably had something to do with it.
Fair enough.
He's got plausible deniability.
He wasn't
there. He stayed home. He knew they were up to something, is what it was.
He was not there. Of course, if he was there, maybe he could have stopped them.
So anyway.
See something, say something.
Oh, I know how to make tannerite now.
No, we're not talking about this at all. So anyway.
Aesthetics.
Yeah, you remember the guy that almost killed himself at the refrigerator door?
Oh.
Yeah.
How much you want to make?
I'd say, well, how much would you need to remove the refrigerator door from the table?
Well, he used way too much.
It was like, how many pounds would
so,
it be?
Anyway.
For those of you who are wondering, they're talking about making tannerite.
This
was it strapped to it, or was it inside?
It was strapped to it.
That's awesome.
So this lovely piece right here is now up on Etsy. That's Etsy.com.
This is going up this week, probably tomorrow.
I'm sorry, it's not there. It's going to be.
Yeah, I didn't get.
He
photos
says that, but
I have not gotten photos.
He didn't have anything. He didn't have anything today, so I don't know why he's not done it.
You're right. I should have done it today. It was rainy.
It's been pretty nice.
It was overcast.
2 hours.
I couldn't take good photos. Anyway, this month's prize will be the ESB DL44 Bespin version. So
that's the one where he tries to shoot Darth Vader.
Yes, this is also the one that Luke carries on Bespin.
That's also the one Luke carries on Bespin.
Yeah. Same blaster.
2 blasters for the
so everybody, lots of
for the
people
price
just call
of
it
one.
the Luke DL44, but it's actually the Bespin DL44 because it's used
because everybody uses it because the prop department lost the pieces.
Right. And what game are we going to play, Matt? Do you know?
All I have is trivia contest.
Yeah, he won't know anyway.
Be there.
We're going to play.
Does that mean I can play?
No, you know the rules.
I won't be there.
You get free blasters anyway. I mean, really, all you got to do is spin them off the Lazy Susan, and I give them to you after you break it. So, not that one. If that one gets broke, it just gets mailed broke.
Sorry, Mark.
We'll be playing Family Feud. So everybody go back and
Family Feud.
Brush up on the Family Feud games. It's a fun game. I hope Rodney's math is up to par for this one.
He got a calculator.
He's got a calculator. So yeah,
My calculator on my phone sucks. My iPhone calculator sucks.
is that why you're having all this issues? Because you are switched to an iPhone and not an Android?
Yes.
You know, iPhone people are a lot like Macintosh people.
Yeah,
It's
hipsters
the
and old
same
people.
company.
We know.
I'm a hipster and an old person, apparently.
Yes, you are.
Stuck using
There are people that
this.
don't want to be like the rest of us, is what they are.
I got an iPhone because it was the one that could let me FaceTime with my kids at the time.
I can
Oh,
FaceTime.
boo.
And then now I just have it because I don't feel like learning a different OS.
And you keep Apple chargers here.
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
It's still an operating system.
Yeah, but
It's a different operating system than what Google has, let's call it.
Google.
Or Chrome, or whatever the hell else you want to call it. We got all kinds of fun stuff sitting down there. What are you doing?
Yeah, we're
Dude,
supposed to be-
feel how
Oh, wait,
heavy,
we are supposed to be doing stuff today.
feel
aren't
how heavy that is.
we? Jesus criminy, what the heck is that?
You would think it was lead.
Nickel silver powder.
Should I bring up the picture?
Yeah, go ahead. No, you don't have to, but
I have pictures for all.
go
the
ahead.
products.
Let's see, where should we start? So back,
I don't know. This is you. I
Back-
have this. Okay, so everybody knows.
We've actually-
I actually have this just listed as Chuck's stuff.
excuse me. We actually had this as a topic once before that we just kind of played with, but we haven't done a whole lot with. And it was the beginning of a project that we were going to continue, and it petered out. So
Surprise.
we're getting back into the project. One of the driving reasons why we're getting back into this project is apparently Rodney has to copper plate bullets.
Silver plate werewolves.
Okay, sorry,
Okay,
silver
so
plate.
Rodney's going out werewolf hunting, so he wants to silver plate stuff. So we're helping him?
No, it's actually helping me, but
It'll be safe. It's Larry and I. How bad can it go?
you know,
It's nice knowing you. Do it after the con.
yeah. After we're done, we don't need your help anymore, and we'll have a year to replace you. So anyway, I decided to re-up on this one. We're actually going to talk about starting Fat Trooper back up. But I have an issue with Fat Trooper. Do you want to know the story about that?
He has a hole in his shirt.
I caught fire welding a van back together. That's what happened. Now you feel bad, don't you?
Nope.
What does it have to do with Fat Trooper?
He was sticking his finger in a hole in my shirt.
Fat Trooper?
I was sticking my finger. I was sticking my finger.
No,
in
Matt
his hole.
Trooper. Stop. So since Matt's going to be gone a month and a half, and Matt would be extremely upset when it came to adjusting the COD on Fat Trooper, and would really be jealous and upset if anyone else did that. Thank you. Thank you. Would you like a moist towelette? My son is horrified now. Look at his face. He's turning green.
Like
So-
Hulk smash!
So anyway,
Why do you have me on?
yeah.
I do not keep things straight here.
So through my extensive research on this,
Yeah, that's wrong. What happened?
You killed Matt.
What happened?
he was gonna spit.
Yeah, I know he was gonna, but why?
My extensive research.
He did do extensive research.
You, sir.
1 hour of Google, 3 hours of Pornhub.
It still counts. It still tallies those hours up together.
And then back to it. That makes 4. Ha
All right. You know what? There should have been some YouTube channels that I should have linked to this tonight. And then I realized the reason why I didn't link them, because none of them would ever want to associate with us. And they would probably be offended that we were actually pimping their.
Why did
their,
you?
their
Why
work.
did you never do that again?
We got
Never.
4 minutes left.
We're gonna figure this out. We might end early
Okay.
With fire.
with fire.
It's possible given what we've got.
So, through my own personal research, I found some people doing some things and they used some products. And the first thing I ever saw that anyone used that actually worked fairly decent, it didn't, I'll explain why I would not want to use it. Go up and pull up the Super Shield.
What is Super Shield?
Us?
Yes.
We don't have that over there.
No, we don't have Super Shield up.
Super
The reason why we don't have this is
nickel conductive coating.
this right here, this stuff right
I'm
here.
reading that backwards. That's
Yes,
pretty
I know.
impressive.
This stuff right here, the nickel conductive coating, really what it does is it's designed to shield plastics against interference. But anyway,
Wow.
it comes in an aerosol.
Shield plastics against. Okay.
Yeah, so it's good for. It even gives a listing on the back of the label what type of plastics it won't damage or destroy. So
Wow.
anyway,
That's kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie.
it's pretty cool stuff.
Is resin one of them?
Yes, you can use it on. So, but here's the thing: they were using it on 3D prints, a PLA 3D print.
Okay.
Here's the thing about it: an aerosol can of that, about this size, is
$80.
$60.
$60.
$60. And the other issue with it is it comes out like super heavy, like thicker than look at that. $63 for a small can, $273 for a medium, and $475 for a large.
So a small can is that little dinky can, right?
That was in that version, yes.
Jeez.
So I didn't want to use it for a couple reasons, and one reason
that would be 73 or
one reason was
270.
One reason was price. The other reason was it doesn't lay down smooth. And what I want to do is in the electroplating that I want to do. Hayden, give me a number. Give me camera 2.
Camera 2. Camera 1. Camera 2.
Camera
1.
I know we're not really. There we go. It's a little dark over here.
I'll put my flashlight on. It does.
It looks good on the monitor. So you can see all these really these lines here.
Those jag shit.
All this detail here and the tooling marks on the flash suppressor out here. I don't want to lose that stuff. So
Right there's your best shot. Oh, back a little.
yeah, there you go. I don't want to lose all this detail, and I don't want to lose the tooling marks out on the flash suppressor. That stuff is so thick, it would just fill all this in, and you won't see that detail. So
That's terrible.
that's another reason why I didn't want to use it. Now, my next thought was, and we've talked about this here on the show
We've attempted
already.
this before.
Yes,
And it never works.
and we're recapping all the steps I've
Okay.
gone through.
This never works, even though it should.
This did not work because I actually asked you to read this one night, and it was
Yeah.
that right there, that whole thing. What does that say on top there? This really got
from
me
the top
excited.
or from this one right here.
You can read that there.
A high adhesive superconductive primer offering excellent rust and corrosion protection when applied to panels prior to resistance. Spot MIG TIG welding. High concentration of copper in dry film. Superior conductivity. Clog-free nozzle. Fast drying speeds up welding process.
Dude, fast drying is great. Everybody wants stuff fast dry. So we did it. And go ahead and switch down to resistance, test for conductivity.
Watch it work. I'm going to laugh. Survey says.
Nothing. Let's see. Give us the audio of a conductive. There you go. That's what you want when you hear conductivity. If you don't get the beep, but it's still showing resistance, that is also a very good sign.
Are you going to show them how to do the ring out? Where to put it, what symbol to look for, because I have to answer that question all the time.
Do you really?
How many coats did you put on this?
There's like 3 coats on that.
Wow, really?
But isn't it great how it's
It
durable?
looks pretty.
It didn't obscure the detail.
No.
Only camera to it.
It did everything I wanted it to do. It's durable. I mean, we've been messing with this for 6 months, maybe longer. It doesn't scratch off. It sticks good. It still has all the detail. It was perfect. The problem is, it's not conductive. I guess it's conductive when you hit
it's
it.
conductive, but it's not.
I guess when you hit it with a welder, it's conductive.
Well, yeah, hit anything with a welder is going to be conductive at that point.
You know,
You're melting it.
Yeah, so we can't get it to conduct enough to take an electroplating. And I've done a few practice things, like I've hit it with scuff pad. I've hit it with 1100, thinking I'm going to knock a film off and expose the copper. I still had no good results. But I still have yet to try to actually put material, electroplate this. So I'm still going to try to electroplate it.
No kidding.
I'm going to attempt it.
I know. I thought you had already tried it with the like a film bath or something.
Did we put it in the bath?
Yeah.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
And it didn't
All right.
work.
Yeah. That was a waste of time. That was
do that to that can then? Like not to that. Like that makes more sense.
So
that one's not.
That was out. So a couple years ago, I saw this guy. He was making this really cool copper rings and jewelry. He's like, kind of like a weird hippie type guy.
Spit take. I think that was from earlier.
But it's really cool stuff that he was doing, and he was using acrylic paint and mixing acrylic paint with this stuff right here.
Just so you're aware, it is this stuff right here. It's called graphite. That's right.
Graphite powder. And
minerals. I'm sorry, since 1889, Generals. I was trying to read it backwards here, man.
So anyway,
pure powder graphite, professional artist quality.
So
ideal for large drawing and mixed media applications.
He would. I know.
Like
he would use
all huffy over here.
He would use the graphite with the. I think it may have been either acrylic or enamel. But anyway, he was using it with paint. The problem was, for me, it gets you right back to the same issue I would have with the Super Shield or Super Guard. Is what it's called? Super Shield? Super Shield. Is it would obscure all the detail I wanted to preserve because I really want these parts to look a certain way. So,
it's like black cocaine.
Yeah. So with their process that these artists are using to make these, and they'll take the pieces, paint them with this paint and mixed with graphite, and then drop it down in a tank and electroplate them with copper. And then they can go, after they've been electroplated with copper, they can electroplate it with
anything at that point.
Nickel. Yeah. A lot of them will do nickel, and some of them just leave them copper.
And one of the fun things that's happened with this, since you've been doing it, you want to try it?
Well, no. Let's talk about my biggest problem.
Biggest problem.
How am I going to get this to stick to this without a thick buildup? Losing the detail with a thick buildup where I would lose all my detail. So there's a couple ideas, but what I come up with was using this right here.
That's lacquer.
And I like lacquer because it sprays fast and it comes out very thin coats.
I thought you were gonna post it up. There we go. Lacquer. And Nylon specialty lacquer.
This is a little bit more expensive.
Coating.
It's a little bit more expensive. This stuff's close to $10 a can. And how much was this, Satan? You looked this up too, Generals.
Yeah, it's in this mystery.
Wow, you got
powder is $45, a 6-ounce bottle.
Okay.
That's
a 6-ounce bottle, yeah.
Okay,
so I tell you what, a 6-ounce bottle is going to go a long freaking way. That is a lot of graphite powder.
That is a lot of graphite powder.
In the process, though, I had another idea. And I remember when I was working on trying to do some, working on the Mandalorian helmet, trying to cold cast it and get a similar finish from that we have not been able to achieve, and we're not going to try to achieve anymore because I spent over $100 trying to get an awesome finish, and I could not get it. So I have nickel powder.
Nickel powder.
This is used for cold casting, and I thought that I could take this nickel powder and using the same process I'm doing with this and do it to this, but feel that and look at it. It's not working.
What's going on there?
It's because the nickel powder is a lot.
Is it so coarse? Is it that coarse?
It's coarse.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
It's not like they're filings. It is very fine.
Now, go ahead and pop that on camera too, so that people can see it. This is the same one that you showed just a little while ago, but tilted towards the light a little bit. So you'll see all that little film that kind of looks just like it's beat up. That's actually the powder, and it's kind of just like it kind of feels like a high grit sandpaper. I'm not gonna lie.
Fine, very fine grit sandpaper.
Isn't that what I was saying? High, fine. Oh, fine. Okay, I was going to say high would be a numeric.
It feels like 600 grit sandpaper.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
No.
So here's what the powder looks like on its own. Go back to camera 2. See,
it is just powder.
Yeah, it's
like gray cocaine.
Yeah. So
and hair's in it.
Yeah, hers.
I don't know why hair's.
So and this stuff is also super expensive. Like this much of it was how much, Hayden?
Let's see.
I think it's
survey says it was approximately.
This is
£1 for $57.87,
and that's not counting shipping.
So
The 10 pound
60. The 10 pound is $464. Yay!
Yeah.
Why
So-
don't you need 10 pounds of nickel friggin' silver?
This is the smallest amount you can get is 1 pound.
Crap!
Remember, I said, "Here, grab this fill." I was like, "Boom!" This
It is
like,
pretty heavy.
so.
It's a pound.
Yeah, it's a pound. This is out. This is out because it's not performing well at all. So it looks like I'm going with graphite.
I bother Hayden sometimes. I'm not
Actually,
gonna lie.
let A gets out in the car.
Good, can we have some?
What do you have? I know what you have lead ingots for his bullets. Yeah. Jeez.
So I have another sideways question on this one.
Yeah, you can do
Because
it
we're doing
upside down
this
question too.
as partially to help Rodney, because
Education.
It's actually it's something
wouldn't-
I want to do too.
Well, I
for
get
myself.
that, and you're trying to effectively do a plastic coating and then perform it into a metal coating.
Yes.
Whereas he just has metal, so we could really just go straight to it on his.
Yes.
Okay. That's all I was looking for. Go ahead.
Yes. So what I've come up with is using my nice little
It is literally a plate that has just graphite filings all throughout it,
so what I'm doing is I shake up my lacquer thinner really good.
and then he sprays it so that we all start
Not
getting high.
not too much though.
Then we all start getting high.
I
That's
give
the
it
important part.
just a little spritz just to get the surface tacky. And right now I have 2 coats.
Rodney's leaving because he doesn't want to get high with us.
No, he's getting his lead ingots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't get your lead.
Hey, why
Do you remember that night you were cooking lead and it was smoking?
I was gonna go to work, but then I got high.
So that's all it takes right there. And then you just tap, and then just I'm dabbing it around. Now, what's funny is the tooling marks I want to preserve are going this
Away.
way. So I keep running my brush this way and lightly brush off what I just glued on. Or the excess.
Excess, not all
So
of it.
this has officially 2 coats on it.
So now,
This
are
is,
you also doing that to the, let's say, the base of it there as well? 'Cause
I'm not
doesn't
doing
look
it
like
up
you're
here
gonna
right
lay
now.
that.
The only reason I'm not doing it up here right now is
That would be very difficult.
I'm holding it.
Okay.
So if I was holding
just
it and doing it
asking.
this
I'm
way,
just
I would
asking.
actually do the bottom half and then turn it over and then do it this
Okay.
way. So, but yeah, that's all I'm doing is just, and then dabbing it on till it sticks. And then I'm brushing off the excess. It's really not using a lot of material at all. Like I said, I could probably do with all the stuff I have now, if I was doing all flash suppressors this way, I'd probably do over 200 flash suppressors like this. And it's just boring. It takes
That's why when you said 200 flash suppressors like this, I was like, holy crap, why would you want to do 200?
no, but you know what would be
fun?
fun? You know how Dan's got that that replica of the Michael Myers
Oh, okay. Now I'm on the same page.
knife he got at Horror Hound?
Sure.
Wouldn't it be fun to bring it in here
And electroplate it.
and electroplate the blade so
if
it
we
has a real metal finish.
If we get this figured out, sure.
Yes, I still don't know if this is going to take.
But we have hope, and
There you go.
Hammer 2. Defrost.
Yeah, we're running camera 2 right now, Rodney. You could dance. Matter of
you
fact,
can dance if you want to.
everybody-
live your world.
Matter of fact,
I know better.
everybody,
Here, I'll chew on it.
Matt's doing the truffle shuffle right now, and you can't see.
Sorry, guys.
This to the camera?
This is a lead Ingrid.
Is that
It's
real?
two-
Is that lead or tin?
It's two
It's lead.
lead ingots.
Lehman.
Why does it say Lehman?
That's what the mold said.
Because the mold says Lehman.
Where'd you get the lead?
Get the lead out.
Well,
Wow.
Was it from paint?
You can get lead from people who have taken boats apart. You can get lead from old school, nothing new one, wheelways.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff.
That's
So-
paint chips I ate as a child.
it's a couple pounds.
Sifting through your poop.
Can I suck on this a little while?
Sure, relive your childhood.
No, stop. Don't. Don't eat it.
Why does it taste so good?
So now the real trick to this is not to put too much clear coat on here. And the reason why is you'll make clumps. And,
Yes.
and I did it right here when I first started a
Uh-huh.
little bit. You
Yeah.
can see it there. It's hard to pick up. Camera probably won't see it.
Can we try and turn this into gold?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do just one coat around it, and then we're going to check and see if we're getting conductivity.
Why not? How hard can it be?
I
I mean, the
don't know.
greatest minds of centuries have been able to do it.
Let's face it,
Why
most
not you?
people stopped trying that a long time
Why
ago.
not you? Why couldn't you be the one who discovered it?
I don't see why not.
And I'm being quiet because I'm concentrating on what I'm doing.
I'm just sitting here because he's doing a happy tree.
Happy tree.
It's a happy blaster. Look, everybody, it's the Boss Bros of blasters. Where's your wig? You should be wearing your wig right now.
The wig is itchy. I might wear it over my hat.
It's still, you should be wearing your wig when you're doing this type of stuff because this is definitely Bob Ross material.
All in favor? All opposed?
My cell phone just opposed.
Straka says rebellions are built on hope.
What's that from?
I don't know when he said it. What?
Which
Re-
Star Wars movie?
what? Rebellions are
Rogue
built on
One.
hope?
It's Rogue One.
I knew it was.
Wow, this
It's
is
from one of the.
this is really
Let
heavy.
me see how heavy that is. I didn't get to play with it.
It's lead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
That is kind of heavy. You know what's kind of heavy like this also? Pewter. Oh.
What are you reaching for?
Nothing.
What I. Yeah.
Were you ever any special classes while you were in school?
Define special.
Jeff Hayes.
Jeff Hayes says good evening.
Hey Jeff.
Actually, he just
Thank
says,
you for
Evening.
being contestant number 2 last week.
What he means is thank you for being the loser.
The
A good loser.
The loser.
the second winner.
Lahoo.
Actually, technically,
Her.
he was not the loser. The person he was playing for was the loser.
All I know is I didn't lose, and somebody did, and it wasn't me.
Jeff, I can't believe you lost to him.
Look at how messy this is.
That is so incredibly messy. Like it doesn't get any cleaner either.
No.
So are you gonna show them?
Shiny coal dust.
All right. So I'll go ahead. I'll turn it on. You do that.
Show them.
You do this part.
Show them
You do
how,
this part.
because Rodney is concerned that they don't know how to test for conductivity.
All right. So you'll notice you've got this nice little. Oh, wait, you got to put it over there next so you people can see it.
Adjust the camera angle?
So you want to bring it down to this one right here. That tests conductivity.
How many
with
people
audio.
have these?
And yes, it'll give you an audio.
It
too.
only costs like $15.
Yeah, you can get a cheap one at Walmart or and they,
Ed Lee, Team Red forever. We got Jeff Hayes. You don't actually win anything though, so we tied on winnings. So you tied with the loser. I don't think that's how that works, but we'll be all right.
so anyway,
Looser.
when you're testing for conductivity, right here, this is the tone you want to hear.
So you
So
notice you get a hold on. You do it on your binder there. That's metal.
Or the chunks of lead.
See, it's not sending anything through because
no, it's not giving. It's
fucking
not
little
giving
pieces
much.
of wire.
It's not registering.
Here's the lead. Yeah.
Lead ingot.
There's nothing going through it either.
But it's not measuring. It won't measure resistance through that.
Yeah.
But here we go.
But the great part of this is that we are getting.
We're going to test the.
See if we can get it again.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
We're showing
Look.
resistance.
Look.
It'll conduct electricity. That's all we need. It's not good enough.
It's not very high.
Oh wait, did you hear it? We got a beep.
Oh.
We got a beep. It's conductive.
But the important thing is that it can conduct electricity, which means it can be electroplated.
Yes. Now some areas aren't working too good, so we'll double up coats in that area.
And that area, apparently. Jesus, man.
I don't think it did.
There it is.
Yeah.
Some areas are showing better than others.
Either way, the fact that it is indeed doing it is the coolest part.
And I like it. Oh, there we go. It beeped and it's showing resistance. So
422, 670, 671.
obviously this side's much. I probably put more coats on this side than I have on the opposite side.
Because there's no way to say, oh, it's this side. Dun, dun.
But the really good thing is, as we are retaining the tooling marks.
Retaining the tooling marks, retaining all the little bits and pieces.
Yeah, we're retaining. You can see the little lines for the tooling, which is exactly what I want. So I'm super excited. I think I'm going to do at least 1 or 2 more coats and get this showing at least resistance
All the way around.
all the way around. And we're
You know what would be best if you put it on opposite sides, like stand it straight up and down, and then opposite sides it got resistance.
oops.
Not through the center of it. Jesus, man. Nothing yet.
What about the inside of the flash hider?
Oh, we
None,
had something a second there.
none of that's been messed
It
with
popped
yet.
up for just a second. Oh, look at that.
Look at
that.
It's not bad.
Do you need alligator clips for this? Because they got a whole box.
No, because then that would
The
cause
alligator clips would
issues.
bite into the plastic.
That would cause issues.
And I'm trying. I'm in a
Jeff Hayes, I just came in. Could you airbrush that on?
well,
If you
Jeff.
clean the big airbrush. I mean,
That was actually something that
that was a dig at you, by the way.
I know the dig. Yeah, if I clean, you know what? He
With
just
friends like these,
he
who
wishes
needs enemas?
he wishes he could,
Enemies.
he wishes he could have dirtied my airbrush. So anyway, this is out. We're not even going to use this, even though we might be able. I don't even think we'll be able to get this to be conductive.
I don't think so either. Like, did you
Because
try the conductive?
you know what I've done though is I've taken
Have you
it.
tried like? Well, no. That's like you can see where it's at, and it definitely isn't going to be conductive. Like,
Well, that's
it's-
just one. That's just one pass.
oh, but it's just terrible.
I
Like,
just
what are you
I
gonna
just
do with
stick the
it?
leads right in. Look at that.
It was a valid question and a dig. LOL.
It only
You're
burnt.
sticking it down in the powder.
Yeah, but it when they touch is when
Well, then why are you making them touch?
I don't mean to. Well, I do. Yeah. But anyway,
I mean, it's all powder form right now. They're not
but it should be since they touch each other, it should conduct, shouldn't they?
barely, if that much.
Now they got nickel all over them.
Blow the nickel off.
So anyway, I am going to actually try to figure out maybe a
It just feels
diluted.
wrong.
It does, doesn't it? I was thinking I might experiment this week also with a couple of different formulas of a spray-on, a mixture of graphite, maybe even with a combination of Bulldog for extra adhesion.
Isn't Bulldog too thick for that though?
Now, Bulldog's like water.
All right.
It's just an adhesion pearl. You just
If
need
you say it's not,
you
it's
just need a
not.
very thin film of Bulldog for it to work.
I was gonna start trying to light this on fire with my lighter.
Don't do that.
Who gave you fire?
They didn't card him at the gas station.
Why did you weld these together?
I didn't. They got folded over. While they were
So anyway, I am going to try a few other experiments. I might cover them if I can come up with a spray this week that is able to spray this material. And it's something that everybody can do, but just by getting hardware store stuff, I probably could pull this off with high dollar stuff I have at my work. And I don't want to.
But you don't want to.
I don't want to do that because you'll need access to a body shop and the type of materials that we have access to, and none of those materials are cheap. So I want to try to see if I can use this clear, maybe reduced, because when I add graphite to this clear, it's going to definitely thicken it up, and I want to keep it thin so it doesn't take away the detail.
What about like a two? Can you have a two-part sprayer that you can do?
Spray one and then, yeah, but could you imagine if you were spraying the graphite, how fast it would go? Because the graphite, dude, look at it's so fine.
And that's what I'm saying. You would want to.
They need to be mixed together.
Really? Because if you mix it together, you're basically going to make a paste.
No, this is lacquer. That's why I'm using lacquer.
I get it.
And what do I have a couple gallons of over in the corner of the shop?
Lacquer thinner.
Yes.
But I'm just saying.
I know exactly.
Hayden's like, now you know what it feels like to me.
I use a lot of lacquer for that.
Apparently Hayden's huffing again, guys.
He's not huffing.
So we have to. I think we need an intervention.
Just suck at painting models.
We have a model. We have a small model lacquer thinner bottle.
Okay.
And we use it sometimes to remove paint. We use it to remove paint a lot.
So that little bottle turns into a bigger bottle?
Yeah. So anyway, so far right now, the winning combination are these two right here. Everything else, and that's what
We're getting conductivity, and that's really the most important
That
part.
is the most important thing. And that's like $60 worth of stuff right there. But that'll do a lot.
All of it's the graphite.
And plus the graphite, this isn't just to make something conductive. You can use graphite to lubricate.
Dry lubricant.
You can use it to lubricate the locks. You can drop your key in there and jam it in there and get some graphite in the locks and make your locks run nice and smooth.
You saw it too. I just want to point that out.
What?
I'm sure you guys saw it as well, but we're going to gloss over that. Okay, go ahead.
Also, you can
Do artwork with it.
Pinewood Derby, racing Euro cars and Boy Scouts. This is what we
lubricant stuff. Okay.
Artwork.
it'll take the squeaky hinge. It'll take the squeak out of the hinge.
Lubricant.
It also
It's a lubricant.
you can weather with it. You can make things look dirty.
No.
It's like a new shirt, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Oh.
I just normally don't wear my work clothes down here.
Okay. I normally do wear my work clothes down here.
I forgot to change out of my work shirt. And then Rodney pinned a Marshall's pen through both of my shirts. He actually was like trying to reach my nipple, I think.
No one wants to do that. It's like a Brillo pad.
So
you were still trying.
So to get to this point, it has been a little bit of a
Time consumption.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of trial and error and a little bit of frustration. And to be honest, the reason why I quit in the beginning is
He's thrown
because
a couple things across the room. I'm not gonna lie.
I honestly believe that weld through primer was the thing that no one knew about, and
It failed and he hates it.
I do, because you know what? This stuff right here would have been the end all. It just and it's already copper.
Because didn't we try something similar to that one, or was that the same one we've been working with?
That's the same one we've been
whole
working
time?
with.
Okay.
Yeah. So to be able to get this, say we want this to look like a piece of aluminum, or not really aluminum, but more like a chromed look or a shiny metal finish, we're going to have to get this to nickel. We're going to have to cover this and plate it with nickel, right? The problem is nickel is not going to want to plate on this very easily. So the best thing to plate, the easiest thing to plate is copper. And then once you get this plated in copper, then the nickel is going to go on no problem.
And more or less, it's going to be a two-stage process.
So,
once he actually gets it to physically take the copper portion, then he can get it to take the nickel.
Yes, and that is what we'll be working on next week.
Those are your solutions, right?
We're going to be creating the solutions for nickel and for copper. Matter of fact, I'll show you the copper. The copper is going to be the easiest one.
It's just like a blue liquid.
Yeah, copper is blue, nickel is green. I already have, right behind Rodney, I already have a little bit. I have some nickel solution already, but I want to show people how to make it. I want to learn how to make it. So, you know, right there, right here is where our nickel or our copper is coming
I actually got to get that before my vacation so I can dump it
Really?
on my drains.
Yeah. Blue crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
Copper
copper.
sulfate.
Yeah,
Isn't that what
copper
I
sulfate.
suggested? You guys told me no.
No,
We
that is
typically
not.
say that and then
That-
go back behind your back.
One of his science fair experiments was electroplating.
That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah. This is what we use for the copper part of the
My
experiment.
favorite is still what gas.
By the way, Rodney, before you start chewing on it, this is probably the most dangerous stuff we'll be messing with.
Make you blind.
It'll also kill you.
You know, they say the same thing about masturbation.
I thought that was Harry Palms.
Harry
I'm
Potter?
good.
Is that why they call him Harry Potter?
Lord have mercy. But no, Zep Rootkill, you have copper in crystal form that will dissolve in water.
And kill roots.
And people potentially, probably, maybe.
So anyway, this will be next week. We'll be working. We'll be
Did
making.
the trial we did months ago have any no. So the trial, he was asking if the trial piece you did
No,
months ago.
no, but we were able to nickel plate a piece of copper. Remember, we have all that copper tubing for
Don't
when we
forget
were.
about the penny.
Yeah, we copper plated a penny.
No,
or nickel plated
a penny.
I nickel plated a penny.
It looks really freaking weird when you look at it because
It's
it
over
looks-
it's over behind Rodney.
It's basically a dime. Is really what it
It's
comes
the
down
wooden
to.
handle on top of the ink pads. That one there.
There's nothing on here.
What?
Did it come off?
There's some glue on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Somewhere around here there's a nickel plated penny, and it's the coolest.
It's a silver penny. It looks wrong.
It does look wrong.
It's an abomination of nature.
The only other time it was like that was 1942, and they were made out, I think, zinc or something like that, or tin.
Let's see. It's currently made out of zinc.
Oh, so the reasons why I chose, because I've got all kinds of enamel
Stuff.
clear coats and
Stuff.
the reason why I picked lacquer is because I can thin lacquer with lacquer thinner, and it dries super
It's
fast.
amazing how that works, isn't it?
What's that?
I can thin lacquer with lacquer thinner.
Well, when you need enamel, all right.
Liquor?
If you have enamel paint, there are certain reducers you have to use. When you have urethane paints, you have to have certain types of reducers. When you have lacquer paints, you have to have certain type of reducer. What's the best lacquer reducer?
Water.
Lacquer thinner.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm also aware what happens. 'cause I
Regardless-
didn't know when I was a kid.
I'm going to try to make a version. I don't think this actually came around in our industry, the auto body industry, several years ago. We've been having a big push of lowering the VOCs and stuff like that for the paint products we use. And there was a big movement that we all moved to waterborne paints a few years ago, which a large part of the industry did do that. And And about a year later, after everybody did, everybody's like, "Oh, we really miss the solvent paints." And the solvent companies came out with VOC compliant solvents. No. It costs like
Too expensive to
it
switch
costs
back.
way too much money to switch back. So certain shops retained both systems just as a fallback, and most of the shops that retained both systems are primarily using solvent-based paints and not.
I don't know. Don't want to know.
Looking at the 30
I'm afraid.
millimeter case.
Oh, solvent-based
It's like a
paints.
shotgun primer. Well, it's got 3.
But anyway, anyway, the reason why I'm using lacquer thinner is because I got a half dozen different types of clear coats around here. So the lacquer thinner's the reason I'm using it is because I have a reducer ready to go
The
for
reason
it.
he's using lacquer is because he has lots of lacquer thinner available.
No, and not just that, it dries fast.
It dries fast. Well,
And
what you were saying was not. It was in reverse of what we were.
And it also sprays very fine. This actually has a very fine mist compared to a lot of other spray clears. This really atomizes really good, so that's why I like this. But what I was saying before I got sidetracked, in our industry, over the years they've been getting rid of certain types of paints in the automotive industry because of the VOCs, the vapors, and all the stuff that they let off. You can no longer buy for automotive use. I don't think you can't buy lacquer paints anymore.
Well, in the United States.
Yeah. Certain parts of the world, they're probably still using them all the time. But I used to use lacquer paints all the time when I was younger because they dried so fast. And I was doing, when I was young and fresh out of school, I was doing used car lot repair jobs on the used car lot. Like right in the front row, I'm fixing and painting a fender. And I would use lacquer paint, and then I would use a lacquer clear coat to simulate what you would do with a two-tone paint job. I would blend the paint and then clear it and then sand and buff. But what was cool is you could sand and buff those lacquer paint jobs about 15-20. By the time you got done cleaning your gun, you could hit it with 600 grit sandpaper and buff it to a shine and nobody would know. That was what's cool about it.
Found out something new.
Yeah. I used to use them. I use lacquer all the time. I loved it. Ba-doom. So, but that's what we'll be doing this month is all going to be electroplating. Next week, we will start working on making the solutions. And then the third week, the week after that, we will actually do some electroplating or attempt some electroplating. Rodney has his hand up. What, Rodney?
Can we electroplate that? Can we like
No.
silverback gorilla?
Matt's not going to be in town.
Oh,
The week after that,
I'll drive out to Indianapolis for that 3D scan, man.
the week after
that sounds like more fun.
Yeah.
3D scan.
You know
print
what's
me out
funny?
and completely
Rodney is louder over in the corner than he ever is on camera.
right.
Also funnier.
So funny. So anyway, we will be next week. We'll be doing the solution, and also the third week we'll be plating. After that, it's the giveaway, the prize night.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Literally got here on the 11th hour.
Oh, just in time
We're
to say.
leaving.
Just in time to
Hi,
say
Matt. Bye,
goodnight. But anyway, we'll be doing. So next week it'll be the solution. The week
You
after
didn't
that.
spit that time. The last one, you just like spit all over your page. When you
I
did
know.
solution.
The week after that will be electroplating or attempting to electroplate. The week after that will be the giveaway. It will be a Bespin DL44, not the Han. This is the Han. Hoff.
And we get to throw one of these at your head.
And we will be playing Family Feud.
I thought it was a Luke.
It is a Luke,
But
not
wait,
the
you
Han.
just said it was the Han.
No, I said this is the Han.
No, the Bespin The Bestman you said is both Luke and Han.
It is Luke and Han.
Well, then why are you saying? Why are you trying to make a?
Because everybody refers to it as the Luke DL44, even though it technically isn't. It's a Bestman DL44.
So is it Luke's or Han's?
Oh,
It's both. But Han already had one, so they gave the other one to Luke. Yes, you are a winner in life. So yes, you did win.
you weren't.
You win our love.
No one wants your love, Matt. No one.
Oh, yeah.
By the way.
So next week we'll be making some solution. We will be using some of this. We'll keep it away from Rodney so he won't get sick and die and go blind.
Eat the blue candy.
No.
Don't eat the blue
Rock
candy.
candy.
It's like blue rock
I'm gonna
candy.
bring in blue rock. I'm gonna make blue rock.
No,
candy
don't
over
do
the
it. Don't do
weekend
it.
just to
Don't do it.
fuck with
Don't do
them.
it.
No.
No, because someone else will like glue a bunch of this stuff to a stick and give it to him also.
He's got a 50-50 living.
Come on, Jen.
I-
Stop talking about poisoning people.
Is it Bespin, Luke, or Bespin, Han?
Yes.
It's
The
yes.
Bespin.
Yes. That is the correct answer, Daryl. Yes.
I just wanted to mess with it.
It's the same
Jeff
blaster.
Hayes, I bet we could get Adam to eat it. I think the point is we were trying not to get people to eat it.
Yeah.
Just have a chance to.
Would you like to just preempt?
Yeah, I'll eat a little bit.
I was asking you.
Would you? What are you
Dude,
looking for?
and it's got environmental hazards. This will kill
Environmental
fish.
Kills
Well,
fish.
Everything kills fish in California.
It's corrosive. Causes irreversible eye damage, may be fatal if swallowed, harmful if absorbed through the skin. Do not get in your eyes or on clothing. Avoid contact with skin. Do not breathe dust or spray mist.
So we need to turn this into a TikTok
Wear
challenge?
goggles or
No.
face shield, long sleeve shirt and long pants, socks, shoes, and chemical resistant gloves made of any waterproof material.
We will not be doing anything with this except showing off the solution that we made on camera. We're not going to be in chemical spacesuits while on camera.
We already have a hazmat suit.
We have
somewhere.
several.
Painter's outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
It does look like rock candy though, doesn't it?
No!
It's not like I put my face down and
I thought you were gonna.
Is that better?
It is pretty though.
It is actually quite pretty. It does look like bright blue rock candy.
You know, it'd be cool. That would look good lining the bottom of your goldfish tank, wouldn't it?
I'm sure the goldfish would think so too.
Matt, think about this. Do you remember when you used to have those blue pucks in the top of your toilet? to clean?
Yeah.
I think that would work terrific for that.
Sounds great.
It cleans out roots. It can do the same thing.
Yeah.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's what we're going to do. We'll have most of our cooking pre-done before everybody gets here next week.
God.
But
Rock
we
candy and that stuff is both a death sentence for Rodney.
but we will be discussing it and a few other things. Hopefully I'll have the blaster. Oh, I'm totally out of material. I have some Etsy orders that need to be filled by the weekend, and I need to order some material.
Every time you touch your page, it gets darker and darker.
It does, doesn't it? You know what this looks like? This looks just like my Harley repair manual. And my Mustang restoration book looks
'cause-
exactly like that.
It's because the damn graphite.
It is the graphite.
Your hands are kind of shiny now.
They are shiny.
Shiny.
See, and this is why
Because it's so shiny.
it's shiny.
Just wipe it on Matt. He's like the human handy wipe.
It's on both hands. And my pencil.
It's starting to get
Look
on
how
me.
dark.
Like you've like gotten near
Wash
me.
your
He's
hands.
he's like a big brilliant man too. If you get right underneath the shirt, you can get all that off.
I'm like a loofah.
You get him wet and he suds up.
I'm like a loofah.
He's like a loofah.
Exfoliate.
exfoliating. So yeah, this month is going to be fun and exciting. Although, having the solutions, that may be, well, you know what? We'll spend
Fun, exciting, and deadly.
If we can spend a half hour on nickel alone, we'll be all right.
Did we get that steel wool to clean, or was that for the project as well?
No, we actually got that to clean.
Okay, good.
That steel wool it's an SOS pad, so it actually has soap in it or industrial. What the hell? The SOS pads are like some sort of weird industrial cleaner left over from the 50s. Like they've never changed that formula. Except
they made so much of them, it's still the same ones from the 50s.
And they turn rusty, and it just counteracts itself.
So you're smearing rust on everything?
They are absolutely a one-time use item. Does anybody else? I was explaining to him that
Matt's pen. What's on it here?
That is the
Camera to it. There you go.
That is.
I'm a lawman.
That is the Marshall. And it's magnetic.
Yeah, it says danger magnet.
Yeah, it does say danger.
Danger magnets.
Don't take your poly pacemaker out.
And your nipple off.
Nah, my nipples are too strong for that.
Boom, ba-da-dum.
Hayden never knows what I'm gonna say. That's his favorite part.
But no, that's the Marshall from Marshall badge, or I don't even know if they call it a badge. She wears it as a belt buckle, doesn't she? Or on her belt.
I don't know.
But anyway, that's
because that's the same ones that the space cops, the X-wing space cops.
They have that too.
Because that's what he gives to Cara Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the one he gave her looked like it was all
in the High Plains Drifter. I mean, Mandalorian.
High Plains.
Oh my God, that's it. We do Space Cop, but with that, it would be perfect.
Space Cop with this?
Yeah, Matt is Space Cop with that.
Space Cop.
What did I say the other day that looked just like Matt?
Space Cop?
The juggle your way to health and beauty.
Oh yeah, we got to do a retrospective on that one night. Maybe if we run out of time talking about electroplating solutions, we'll talk about scarf juggling.
I want that VHS tape. I want a physical copy. So I can
You know what? You take the digital copy and just burn your own.
I can't find the whole thing.
Oh, we watched the whole thing
No,
once.
it wasn't. That was an edit.
It's an infomercial of it.
Oh, it's horrible. But we will expose you all to it. Don't worry.
You're not here to stop us, Matt.
This is what happens when Matt's not here to put a stop to certain things.
That they're lying because really I get here and they tell me what's going to happen.
Yeah, truthfully, we actually have to curtail ourselves against some of the things Rodney comes up with.
Yeah, he was talking about, what was that? Tannerite.
Tannerite. No, I was also talking about a Jan Terry night.
It rhymes, kind of.
That's the finale.
It's about a Jan Terry rhyme she would write.
I can pick up the movies again.
No. I haven't watched any of the movies he gave me.
So anyway, next week it will be the plating solutions and how we're going to make them or how we made them. A week after that will be actual plating. We'll see if we can actually plate these. We should have 2 or 3 other different things to try to plate with some spray combinations that I've tried to come up with. And Matt won't be here for any of it, and I'm thinking he's very pleased for that. Rodney will be filling in as long as his work doesn't tell him he has to go out of town.
I would rather be here.
Would you rather be here?
Than out of town for a month and a half?
Okay.
It's Indianapolis. There's so much to do there.
No, there isn't. There's a road that goes straight through Indianapolis.
There are cornfields.
Not anymore.
No, really? What
Yeah.
happened to it?
74, they basically chopped that that you can't go, like they chopped it at downtown. You have to go around now.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember that. I remember a joke I heard on late night television years and years ago. It was I-74, the Colts 0, I-74. I guess it was a really bad year for the Colts.
Yeah, that's a while back too.
Are they any good? I've never been any good. I don't watch football. You know, last time I was in Indianapolis was a work trip.
Have you ever heard of Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
I can't. Doesn't he sell stuff on TV?
Who's she?
He does infomercials and stuff now, doesn't he? So anyway, the last time I went to Indianapolis was a work trip. Actually, scratch that. Last time I went to Indianapolis was for Celebration 3. Remember that, Hayden?
No, we also
I
went
wish
to the
it was in-
museum that was there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We went
They
there.
had the Star Wars
We went
museum.
there when they had the Obi-Wan fighter. Is that all that's still there, or do you know?
No,
I think that
it's
was-
it's
that's
all
just
gone?
a time. It's just a temporary time.
Yeah, I think we went when not long before. Well, was it not
It was
shortly?
like a couple days before it ended.
Okay.
Like 2 or 3.
Well, they extended it after they extended it a lot longer. But anyway, that's where they had the blasters mixed up, and I tried to inform someone in the museum that their museum
And
display
they
was
told you
inaccurate.
F off.
They did not care. They absolutely did not care.
Because at that point, it didn't come off as, those are incorrect. It was, did you know that those are the wrong blasters with that particular one?
I remember you pulled that guy outside and talked to him for about a good 4 minutes.
Yeah, I was very upset. This
Yeah.
is a museum.
I just sat around.
That belongs in a museum.
It wasn't.
belongs in a museum.
It wasn't a museum, and it was not accurate. It was
Yeah, but
incorrect.
when he gets lost in his own museum. Keep popping in my head for some reason.
Okay.
Marcus?
Who's Marcus?
Marcus Brody.
Don't worry about it.
I forgot. I forgot the name of that guy.
He speaks a dozen languages. He has a 2-day head start. If with any luck, he's got the Grail already. You know Marcus, he got lost in his own museum. All right. I think we've covered enough recapping and good nighting. I've been trying to say good night for about 20 minutes.
Oh, look at me.
Good night.
Good night.
I'll see you next
Good
week.
night, everybody. All right, there we go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.